Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will be discussing the other two genera of the class Mastigophora, the Leishmania tropica and the Leishmania brasiliensis. So, the majority of the characteristics of these two genera are the same as that of Leishmania donovani. So, it will be basically the revision of my previous lecture. The geographical distribution of Leishmania tropica. It is prevalent worldwide, ranging from Southeast Asia, Indo-Pakistan, Mediterranean, North and Central Africa, and South and Central America. It is to be noted that Leishmania donovani and Leishmania tropica exist in many countries but never in the same locality. The habitat. The amastigote form of the Leishmania tropica is present within the reticuloendothelial cells of the skin of man, while the promastigote form occurs within the midgut of sandflies. Now coming to the morphology, the Leishmanial, the aflagellar or the amastigote form. This form exists within the sandflies, so these are round to oval bodies measuring about 2 to 4 micrometer along the longitudinal axis. The nucleus is round to oval and is situated in the center along the side of the cell wall, and a rod-shaped structure known as kinetoplast lies near the nucleus, and from this the flagella appears to take origin. A delicate filament known as exoneme extends from the kinetoplast to the margin of the body, and it represents the root of the flagella. So the basic structure of the Leishmanial or the amastigote form is the same. The amastigotes in the case of Leishmania tropica referred to as the LT body. So the morphology, a still intact macrophage, as you can see in the figure, is filled with the amastigotes, several of which have a clearly visible nucleus and a bright red kinetoplast as indicated by the arrows. So the life cycle in man, the organism is transmitted by the bite of the blood-feeding sandflies, which carry the promastigote in the interior gut and the pharynx. The parasites then gain access to the mononuclear phagocytes, where they are transformed into the amastigotes and divide until the infected cell ruptures. So the released organisms infect the other cells. While in the sandfly, when the sandfly again bites the infected person, it acquires the organism. The amastigote transform into the flagellate promastigote form and multiply within the gut until the interior gut and pharynx are packed. So this is the same life cycle as the case of Leishmania donovani. The sandfly takes the blood meal and injects the promastigote into the skin, and in the stage 2 the promastigotes are phagocytosed by the macrophages of the human skin, where they are transformed into the amastigote form, and then the amastigotes multiply within the cells including the macrophages of the various tissues. And when the sandfly takes the blood meal, there is ingestion of the parasitized cells, and in the 7th stage the amastigotes transform into the promastigote stage within the midgut of the sandflies, and where they divide and migrate to the anterior gut. Now the pathogenicity, the Leishmania tropica basically causes the cutaneous leishmaniasis, that is referred to as the oriental sore, the Delhi ulcer or the Baghdad boil. The organism multiplies within the skin locally and produce a papule-like lesion 1 to 2 weeks or 1 to 2 months after the bite of the sandfly. The papule gradually grows to form a relatively painless ulcer, and the center of the ulcer encrusts while the satellite papules develop at the periphery. So this is the classic representation of the cutaneous leishmaniasis, the oriental sore or the Delhi boil. These are the other figures showing the cutaneous leishmaniasis. The ulcer heals in 2 to 10 months even if untreated, but leaves a disfiguring scar. The disease may disseminate in the case of depressed immune function, so the ulcer heals but the scar remains. Now coming to the immunology, the pathogenesis of leishmaniasis is due to an immune reaction to the organism, particularly the cell-mediated immunity. The IgM and the IgG levels are extremely elevated due to both specific antibodies and the polyclonal activation. So how the disease can be diagnosed? It is based on the history of exposure to the sandfly, the characteristic signs and symptoms, and the isolation of organisms from the lesion, aspirate or the biopsy or the direct examination or culture. On microscopy, we can see the characteristic LT bodies within the macrophages, as I show you when I gave my lecture on the Leishmania donovani. These LT bodies are present within the macrophages and the neutrophils, and they have a characteristic blue cytoplasm with pink to violet nucleus and a bright red kinetoplast. And on serology, the same test, the formol-gel aldehyde test, the indirect hemagglutination antibody test, the indirect fluorescent antibody test, and the ELISA and the PCR test. And the culture on the triple N and the Tobes medium reveal the chromestigode form, and the skin test is the characteristic Montenegro skin test, which is the delayed type 4 hypersensitivity response and indicates the past exposure to the parasite. Now the prophylaxis and the treatment, the control measures involve the vector control and avoidance, and immunization has not been effective, and the treatment is the same as the Leishmania donovani, the sodium stibogluconate, the pentostem, which is the characteristic drug of choice, and the pentamidine as isethionate that is used as an alternative drug. Now the second and the third genre of the Leishmania, the class Mastigophora, the Leishmania brasiliensis. The geographical distribution is the South America, and its habitat is different from the other two species. The reticuloendothelial system of the mucous membrane of mouth, nose and throat. So it is present only in the mouth, nose and throat. And the life cycle is the same as that of Leishmania donovani and Leishmania tropica, except that it infects the reticuloendothelial cells of the mouth, nose and throat. So the pathogenicity, it causes the mucocutaneous leishmaniasis, the espanta, the uta or the Shicklero. The initial symptoms of the mucocutaneous leishmaniasis are the same as those of the cutaneous leishmaniasis, except that in this disease the organism can metastasize to the mucous membrane. The lesions spread to the oral, pharyngeal and the nasal tissues and lead to their characteristic tissue destruction and hence the severe deformity of these areas, as you can very well appreciate in the figures. So it is the mucocutaneous leishmaniasis that is caused by the Leishmania brasiliensis. The methods of diagnosis are the same as that of Leishmania donovani and the Leishmania tropica, and the characteristic treatment is the same. So thank you so much. We have completed the class Mastigophora and its three genera, the Leishmania donovani, the Leishmania tropica and the Leishmania brasiliensis.